I might as well start because see how many people show up today, but might as well start. Today we're going to be, are you listening to spirit? And that's uh, uh, thing I'm going to do today about explaining how to and explaining how it works, how it connects to you, listening to spirit. When I was up in Maine, not too last week, when I was up in Maine, I traveled from where they used to drop people off on the train. So when they came into Camp Edna, people were looking for readings, looking to get enlightened, looking to all this stuff, stepped off the train at the tracks. Then they ventured into the camp and they walked that path. And probably for 20, 30 years, people would get off the train, walk that path. So that energy is within that space. That energy is dwelled within that vibration, that space. So every time I go up to Maine, I go down the tracks and I make that walk, that slow meditative walk up the path, listening to spirit, listening. And I think what we need to do in our lives is to just get quiet. A lot of it is getting quiet, putting ourselves in a situation in our lives where we are quiet. And that's getting to a quiet place or a vibrational life or a space where we can hear the vibration of music, the vibration of spirit or the music of spirit or the connection to spirit. See, a lot of times we don't hear that. We're too busy. And we need to take time out of our lives just to take that moment in our lives, that connection within ourselves to listen. And we all have our amplifier situations within our lives. Sometimes we have to tune it up, turn it down a little bit so we can understand what they're trying to say. It's like when I record readings, sometimes the readings are just perfect. Oh, they're just awesome. Because the readings come out that you can hear everything. I just did a reading today and it's like it's off the distance, like it doesn't really come as clear as it wants to come through. It's like spirit's messing with it. Spirit's messing with the message. They're messing with what I was saying. They're messing with it. So you have to really listen to spirit. You have to really listen to that connection to spirit. Listen to that vibration of spirit as you move into this connection of listening. Are they talking to you? Or are they really explaining themselves to you? You might say, well, Louis, that's just me. I felt that energy, or I heard that voice, but it's my voice. It's my vibration. It's my voice. When I teach mediumship, I teach people that sometimes your relatives, sometimes your relatives, your grandmother, your people that passed to spirit will set up in your auric field, will set up in your vibration. And you'll go, why are they here? Well, they're probably here because they have some kind of connection to the person that you're having some kind of conversation with. Or they could have a connection if they appear in your inner sight and you have no idea why they were there, why they are here. You haven't got that information from them. It could be trying to tell you that there's something that was going on in your life, something that connected them to this earth plane that you will be going through shortly, and they are there to help you through it. So there's a lot of, we have to discern them. A lot of times we just have to discern spirit. We have to just kind of get quiet and discern the vibration of spirit. When I do the healing with the Buddha Maitreya, and I do the etheric weavers, they set out their own vibration, they set out their own energy, vibration as I do an etheric weaver treatment on you. When I do the crystal pyramids and I send that energy or that sound into your vibration, it changes different things in your auric field when you get that sound through your vibration. So a lot of it is allowing the sound, allowing the vibration, the sound to get through to you, the sound, the vibration of spirit. So we have sometimes we're crusty, sometimes we don't really want to hear them, and we try to read into it too much. We try to read too much into the conversation from spirit. We read too much. Oh, Louis, that butterfly flew on my vibration. Oh my God, that butterfly is a meaning on and on and on and on. Instead of just looking at it, saying, well, maybe the butterfly, it's a sound of new birth, a sound of connection, a sound of vibration, a sound of connection, a sound of how you propel yourself into motion. See, a lot of it is connecting to the sound. When we play music in our lives, when we play music in the vibration, we play different sounds in our house. Now, my house, I love every once in a while when I clear the energy of my house, I have Louise Hay's 101 Positive Thoughts. So I let that play through my house. I let that play through my vibration, through my house. So a lot of it is playing through the vibration of what I'm doing. So a lot of when you play the music or play songs within your vibration, it's songs that radiate to you. They're songs that connect to you, and they allow you to clear your vibration, clear the auric field, clear situations within your life. So a lot of it is clearing, moving, reorganizing, resetting, re-envisioning where you are. And so when you're doing the music, when you're doing the connection to spirit, when you're doing this vibration, you're listening to how that song affects you, or how that music affects you, how that energy affects you. So you're training yourself through music, through sound, through situations that are going on in your life. So you're allowing yourself to sit and be quiet with it. And that's when you said, when I walked down from Camp Edna, I walked up that path back into the camp. It wasn't like I was trying to feel my energy. I wasn't trying to feel mine. I was actually trying to feel the energy of all the people that walked that vibration before. When I go on stage or I go somewhere where I'm performing, it's everybody, whoever's been on that stage, who everybody that's actually stood in that space, everybody who's actually walked from the back curtain onto the stage is when they are actually there. So what you're actually feeling is all the energy of everyone who has actually propelled themselves in that space. So, and that's why people buy, it's like we just had the seance chairs here for sale. From the old seance, from seance room, where we replaced the seance room chairs, the old chairs from 30 years, they've been in the seance room. People snatched them up, not because of the chairs, they didn't look that great. They got them because of the energy of the chairs. The energy of the chairs for being in that space. That's why you buy certain things. That's why you put certain things in the vibration. You might buy some old clothing. You might buy some old vibration from someone, and you wear it or you put it on your body. It's not because you're wearing it because it's the most beautiful jacket, the most beautiful thing, the most beautiful situation in the world. You're wearing it because of the energy that is placed within it. So that's what you're looking at, what you're placing in your vibration so you can listen to spirit. If you have a lot of craziness going on in your vibration, you're probably not going to hear them. But if you want to communicate to one person or communicate to spirit, let's say you want to talk to one person, start putting some of their stuff in the space with you. Start putting their vibration, their space, their vibration in the space. That's what you're looking to attract them. You need to have their stuff. Or take a card, write their name on a piece of card and place it in the place where you're actually meditating. Allow your guides, your spiritual teachers to see it, and then allow them to go direct that person towards you. What you're doing is trying to reinforce the energies to make it stronger within the vibration. Not just mediocre or some very short little talk. You want to hold a conversation. Most of my guides, I hold very long conversations with them. My parents, people have passed off. I still hear their voices. I still can speak to them. I still can talk to them. So I have this conversation, but I've built the energy over the years of speaking to them, of being understanding them and understanding who they are. You have a stronger connection to people when you've been around them for a while. Even though they've left the earth plane, they've ventured into the spirit world. That connection that they had with you when they were here still resides. It's still in the vibration. So all you have to do is go back to that space in your vibration of when that person was so strong in your life. One of my guides told me one time, at some point in your life, you were very healthy. At some point in your life, you were very wealthy. At some point in your life, you had long, strong communication, strong relationships. You had these at some point in your lifetimes. You just take yourself back there to that to feel the energy of that. So if you have somebody in your spirit world that you're trying to contact, or work with in the spirit world, take yourself back to when they were with you. And then once you get that information, that feeling that you had when they were here, it works out really well now because back in the day when my parents passed and different things we had, we didn't have all the videos. We didn't have all the sound. We didn't have all the vibration. Now if somebody passes a spirit, there's a very good possibility there's probably their voice. There's some kind of connection to them on YouTube, some kind of video, some kind of connection to their voice. Their voice still lives in video. It still lives in the vibration. My father's voice still lives on a video that I still have of him. My father-in-law's voice still lives on a video that I have of him. I might not remember exactly how his voice sounds, but I can turn that video on and I can listen to it, and then I know exactly how his voice sounds. I have a very special teacher that was in my life, Wilbur Hall, and he used to live here in the camp. I have soundtracks of his voice. So when I want to talk to Wilbur, I just play some of that. So it attracts the energy of his voice. It attracts the energy of his vibration. So what you're doing is listening to where you feel like you need to be. You're listening to the connection of spirit. What you're doing is listening to you. By getting quiet. See, when I do my meditative walk, it means you don't have to do a walk and go, oh my God, I gotta walk. No, you can sit. You can work with your dog. You can work with your animals. You can work with different things. That meditative space where you feel comfortable. I have a sister-in-law that works with her horses. That's what she does. She works with her horses, and that's what she actually does. So she walks with them. She does that walking situation with them as she takes them around the pen. She walks with them as that walking meditation. So what works for you? What gets you quiet? What gets you vibration? Maybe you just listen to music. Maybe you just do something else that connects you. And it's through trial and error. It isn't something I'm going to tell you, oh my God, you need to do this. And this is exactly how that's supposed to happen. No, it's not. It's how it's supposed to happen to you. That's how I teach my mediumship. I don't teach you a direct route, a direct situation to get to spirit. I tell you, these are tools. Use the tools and find your way or find your direction to spirit. I don't tell you that you have to walk a certain way, do a certain thing within your mediumship or your connection to spirit. It is how the vibration of the energy works for you. And as you move that, as you propel that in motion, as you get that done, you have this whole thing of communication and the listening, the quietness, the vibration. When I go into meditation, I go into vibration, there's songs, there's music being played in the spirit world. There's songs being played. I can hear them in this room, even today. I can hear them right now. There's songs being played. There's music being played in the spirit world. And if we quiet ourselves and kind of get that connection, we never lose it. We still hear it. We still hear that vibration going on. We just have to tune ourselves at a higher level. We have to get ourselves to that level to actually understand that vibration coming from the spirit world. We're in this house at night. We're up in the back part of the house. There's always people in the house. There's always people in the house talking up here in the front of the house. You can always hear spirit talking and working with each other, talking with each other, walking around inside this house. The house has been here since the late 1800s. So a lot of people have lived in this house. A lot of people have placed themselves in this house. A lot of people have been here in their life. So it means that they have left energy within the walls, within the floors, within the vibration. Same thing when you go to somebody's home that had some kind of notoriety, is they were well known. They had a strong following. They had a strong situation in their life. Their energy, of the people that have sent energy to them, resides within that home. It resides within that vibration, resides within that house, resides within that connection and the vibration. Because everything about you in your life is supposed to connect to you. It's supposed to connect to the vibration and allow you to find your true passion. That's it. It's easy, it's simple. It's just getting quiet, closing your vibration, breathing through your third eye. When you breathe, breathe through here, like you're breathing through your nose, but breathe through your third eye. Allow that energy to reside inside of you and then breathe out. Breathe how long you feel and do this comfortable breathing situation within your vibration. And what you're doing is you're allowing yourself to find that true connection within your vibration, not mine. I don't want you to try to follow me down my path. I want you to try to follow yours. You might be very close to my path. You might find something on my path that you really like and you follow that direction. But it doesn't mean you have to go exactly the way I do it. That's why I want to teach you that you need to quiet the vibration and ask yourself, is this talking? When we're mediums working mediumship, when we work in mediumship, we don't really we don't sit there and just say, oh, I know everything. We don't. What happens is we discern spirit as we're speaking. We ask them questions. We speak to them. We talk to them mentally in our heads. Okay, you have more. What do you want to give me more? What do you want to say? What do you want? You're talking as you're talking and giving the reading. You're speaking to spirit on a higher level. You're teaching yourself to speak to spirit on a higher level. That's what you're trying to do. Talking to them on a higher level. That's what you're doing. You're trying to speak in that direction. So you want to train yourself to talk to them, discern them. Don't just take the first person over there. You could say, oh, I want to talk to so-and-so. Then so-and-so will just show up. So-and-so will just be part of the vibration, part of the situation, part of the vibration. So what you need to do is you need to connect to you, to your energy field, to your connection to who you are. I want you to just breathe, just find that passion, find that direction within your life. Not because someone told you that that should be your direction. That's where people get lost on the path. They wander off somewhere off in the woods and they get lost. It takes a whole search party to go find them because they believe that they're in somewhere else, but they're not really. They're just following some kind of direction somebody else told them. I have a client of mine that somebody tells her, oh, your person in the spirit world loves you to death. They love you. Well, the person had nothing to do with them here. Nothing. They didn't even like them. They didn't even want to be around them. But all of a sudden, now they've gone to the spirit world and they're in love. Nonsense. Doesn't work that way. It just doesn't work that way. People are the same as they were here as they go on to the other side. They don't change their things, get wings, fly over there. Oh my God, they're hovering and oh Jesus, they've changed everything in their life. No, they don't. What they do is they go over to the other side and they're the same as they were here. And they progress on the other side as they feel more comfortable progressing. But when they come through from the spirit world, they are like they were here. They're just like they were here. They don't change their vibration just because they make that transition into the spirit world. And sometimes it takes time for them to get their voice from the spirit world. They don't have a voice right away. Sometimes they don't. And you might get discouraged that they haven't spoken to you. They haven't come back. They haven't said something to you. Maybe they haven't got a voice yet. Or maybe in the whole world, the scheme of things, maybe they weren't really supposed to be coming back to talk to you anyway. Maybe they were just in your life for that instant. Where they transferred over to the spirit side of life, they moved on to something else. They are no longer here. They're no longer around the vibration because they were never really supposed to be constantly in your auric field. Maybe they were just here for that moment in your life that you needed them, not to stay for eternity, but that moment. Sometimes we get discouraged that they haven't come back and talked to us. Sometimes maybe that's a blessing. Sometimes, in some instances, that's a blessing that they have moved on, found their place in the spirit world. They just aren't around us. And it could be because you've changed your energy, not because they've changed. You've changed. So your energy field, your higher vibration of energy field doesn't quite fit them anymore. Walk in a room being very positive and a bunch of negative people be in the room. You are not going to attract those people. Those people will kind of shun away from you because they're not going to get into your very positive energy. And you, unless you stand there and go into their negativity, you're not going to feel comfortable in that space either. And sometimes people are just negative. They're just negative and they're just going to be that. So they're not going to mix with your energy field. So you say, Lewis, I love them back. I want to talk to them. Well, no, maybe not. Maybe you should just let them be. I had I had a Lakota pipe carrier used to live here in the camp. And he told me, he said, once I die, do not mention my name for 2 years. I don't want to be called back here. I don't want you to talk to me. I don't want you to say anything to me. Do not mention my name for 2 years. And that's what he believed. He believed that if people started calling him, he'd have to come back and talk to them. But I've kind of conditioned to spirit is spirit comes and talks to you if they're on the level or a higher level than you. They're either trying to pull you up or they're trying to usher you down the path, not drag you back, not disrupt you. I love it when they tell me, Lewis, I heard this voice and they're just trying to get me down. Really? If you're hearing a voice that's trying to get you down, then you need to tell them to go away. Tell them to be gone, get away from me. There's no reason to allow you, because spirit is not here to disrupt you, stop you, hurt you, because you're guides. See, I've been doing this since I've been 5 years old. Guides protect you. That's why you pick them. They're your cohorts, your peeps. There they are. And all of a sudden, they're going to allow people to disrupt and destroy you. You're just going to walk away and wait till that person finishes with you? No, they're not. They're not. Unless you absolutely say, I like this. I really like this in my life. This is what I want. Then guides will step back. But if you make that voiceful opinion, say, no, I don't accept that. No, we're not doing that. No, stop. Your guides will literally stop it. That's what you're doing. You're listening to your guides. You're listening to things that are going on in your lives. A spirit calling you, a spirit talking to you. If everything in life is falling apart, then maybe you need to back away. Step back. Step away from the door. Take a look. Take a breath. Breathe through your third eye. Take a breath. Rest for a moment. And ask yourself, is this good for me? Is it perfect? Is it perfect for me? We have so many intentions in our lives, we just keep forging down the path, especially when people get off the path. They trip, they stumble, they roll down the hill, they end up some little valley, they wander around for a few years, they try to climb back up the hill, and it's just a journey. It's just a miserable journey. Then they finally get back to the path and go, God, that was awful. Why did you start the journey in the first place? Don't start the journey. Don't start the vibration. When I, as a medium and a healer, and even as a pastor, I have to look at how things get put in motion. And I watch people, and I watch how they propel things in their lives. And then I want to try to go, I want to go over and just slap them. Just give my hand, just take that hand, just slap them. I do. Every once in a while, I know I'm a pastor, I'm religious, but every once in a while, you just want to walk up and go, wake up, please wake up, please just wake up. Because they're sleepwalking. They're just sleepwalking through their life. They aren't listening. They aren't going anywhere. They just walk this certain little path, a certain vibration in their life. Not listening, not caring, just walking this little path. And that's when something happens in your life that wakes you up. And you have to listen. You have to tell yourself, are you listening? Are you listening to what they're doing? It doesn't mean they have to just, oh my God, look, they're talking. I hear them. There's the things that appear. The things that appear in your life. Like for the last few days, I've had clients come in, the number 1212, constantly for the last few days. So I pay attention to that. 1212 is a meaning. There's got to be a meaning for me. Then it keeps appearing. It keeps sending, spirit keeps sending people with 1212. So I have to put that on the burner. I have to put it on the shelf. Go, okay, I'll pay attention to that. See if that arrives in my life. So there's certain things in our lives we have to look at because they're repetitious. They're put in our face. Then we listen to the music, the songs, the vibration. Music, songs, the vibration of spirit. And that's what we're listening to. We're looking to see if we are at that high vibration, if we are residing at a higher vibration, a higher sense of consciousness. If the energy of the songs or the vibration in your head is causing you pain, it's probably not the right music you need to be listening to. You need to kind of say, okay, I don't need that. I don't need to hear that. That's changing the mind thoughts. That's doing the affirmations. That's kind of clearing the vibration. Sometimes we have to take, even in our own vibration, we have to take the trash out. We have to clear it out because we have individuals and situations that appear in our life that give us stuff. We think we might need it and we just store it away. And if you're a really big hoarder, you're going to store it. And every once in a while, you just need to stop. Ask your guides, highest and best and nothing else. Highest and best, nothing else. And then if something gets pulled away from you, don't grab hold of it. Don't try to keep it here. Let them take it, but they will replace it. I explain in my readings, I tell people, once you lose somebody, once somebody is gone, once something has left your life, it leaves a hole in your auric field. It leaves a hole there. Now, you can fill it, or there are plenty of other people here on the earth plane that can fill it for you. It's how they fill it, how they propel their energy. If they have luggage, they're going to fill the hole for you. And then you're going to end up down the path with stuff in your auric field that you do not need. So is it something you put there? That's why you asked for your highest and best. If that starts to, if I say highest and best, and you say, well, Lewis, I had a lot of stuff happen in my life in a certain area. And then all of a sudden that just starts showing up in your life constantly. Then it means you need to look at that area of your vibration and clean it, clear it, clean it, talk to your guides. The vibration. When I do G sharp, I take a tuning fork, a G sharp tuning fork, and I'll ring the tuning fork and I'll put it next to the wall. Just by doing that in the walls of my home, it clears the energy within the house. Just a G sharp tuning fork clears the energy within the home. It does, it clears it. So that's what you're doing. You're making some kind of sound. I know I have friends of mine that do sound with their mouth or their sound with their throat. And they make this high vibrational sound that changes the energy of where they are. That's why you use the pyramid, the crystal pyramids. That's why you use the singing bowls, the crystal bowls. You use these different modalities to raise the vibration, to allow you to feel it. Feel it somewhere in your auric field, whether your heart chakra, your throat chakra, your head chakra, your third eye. You're going to feel that energy. Because when they play the crystal bowl, if there's something that needs to change, and everybody should in their life attend a crystal bowl workshop, a crystal bowl demonstration. They should attend that. Just to sit in the quietness. Don't bring somebody that just keeps talking. Don't bring one of your friends to the crystal bowl concert that wants to talk and talk through the whole event. You want somebody that's going to be quiet so you can listen. Then you're looking to see how it affects the different chakras. When the energy is put into it, how is it affecting it? Does it go through clear? Does it matter? Does it move with your vibration? Or does it kind of make a little testy little thing going on? It means your guides want you to really look at that part of your vibration. They want you to really look at that situation within your life. There are things happen within our chakras. It's this spirit telling us, you need to pay attention there. Move. And that's when you look at that. You look at your acid. I want to clear this. I want to clean this. I want to clear this. Nothing in your life is worth dying for. Nothing that has happened in your life is worth you beating yourself up your whole life and killing yourself because of something that happened. It happened. It's done. It's finished. Move on. I don't care how bad your childhood is. Somebody here on this little, with the people that I've got today, you could have had a worse childhood than me. You could have had, oh my God, you should have heard about my childhood. Somebody's got something worse than you. They went through something worse than you did. So why keep filtering on it? Why keep propelling in your vibration? That's just like music. That's like sound going into your auric field. You're storing it. You're confident. Every time you think about it, every time you propel it in motion, it gets stronger. That's the psychometry of it. It gets stronger and stronger every time you put energy into it. I don't think about my childhood. because it wasn't good. So why bother thinking about it? Because it wasn't something that I wanted to remember. It wasn't my vibration, so it was more of the adults. But if I keep thinking about it, like my brothers, they just make themselves sick because they go back to that moment. Because when we start thinking about something, we go back to that moment. If I go, I used to be a deadhead. I used to travel with the Grateful Dead. I used to follow them. I love the Grateful Dead. Anyway, deadhead. Okay. But I used to sit in my little Volkswagen van, and I'd sit in my van and I'd listen to the music. And I'd be like, oh, and it would just do something for me. The music would do something for me. And I thought that was just awesome. But I would listen to that music and I just loved it. I know that everybody here has some kind of music that you listen to in your life. You go, oh, that's good. That's good stuff. I like that. And it propels something. It changes something within your DNA. It changes your cells, your vibration. Every part of every lifetime, of every incarnation, of every situation that's ever happened in your life is stored within your cells of your body. You are a roadmap of every lifetime you've ever had. A roadmap of every situation, every lifetime, every incarnation is here today. So if you weren't doing good today in this lifetime, right now, there has to be a lifetime that you were. The memories within yourselves. So you can pull that back. You can pull that into your auric field and say, I want to go back there. Go back when I was healthy. Go back to when I had money. Go back to when I had this. Go back when I had that. Everything about moving in this situation is about you. It's never about me. It's never about a medium or a teacher or instructor. It's about the information that comes through to help you. Maybe just one piece thing today I tell you, you go, oh, that's going to change. I'm going to change something today. That could change your life or change at least that part of your vibration into the future. What you're looking to do is say, what do I want from this? What do I need from this situation? When people offer me things or put things in my auric field, what do I need from it? Is there something I need from this? And if there is, I'll go do it. But it has to be some kind of need, whether my need to be part of it to help others, or my need to be part of it to help me and my spiritual growth. But the information is there when we start the journey. It is always there. It's always in the vibration. We have to listen to our own situation. And even the past couple of years now with the pandemic and all this stuff, we have to listen to our vibration. We can listen to everything in the world and just make us all crazy. But how does it radiate to you? What are your guides telling you to do? Not what the neighbor next door is doing. What are they telling you to do? Do your vibration. Because who says that you might never get any sickness? You might never get sick from any of this. But you might be the one that does. And your auric field will tell you, say, you know, probably need to do something with that because it's probably not going to be good for you if you keep going. So we listen to the vibration. And over the years, I've done that through my life. I've listened to how I was supposed to move. I sang my first concert in New York. I've sung most of my life. I've done that. And I do things that make me happy. I'm enjoyable. I like doing readings. I like teaching. I like instructing. They're enjoyable to me. They're fun to me. They're enjoyable. I have serious moments, but not too many of them. I always told some old man one day, he said, why does life have to be so serious? Why do we have to be so serious? We're on a journey. If it gets that serious that I have to pull out the guns and guide the horses to safety, then we might have an issue. Why do I have to do that? It means that I am into a direction that might not be working for me. We're supposed to be happy. We're supposed to have money. We're supposed to have really extremely positive relationships. We're supposed to be living a really nice, comfortable life. It's only when we decide that we want to take control the whole aspect of it, we lose the sight of what the guides have planned for us. Why you ask, this or better? Well, that's why you ask this or better. Not because asking, so, I don't know what's better, just this or better. Your guides might have something better planned for you. They could be bringing things into your vibration constantly. That's why played the 101 positive thoughts. I played them to my house. I let them play. And that energy, that music goes into the walls. It goes into the vibration, goes into the floors of this house, goes into the ceiling, goes into the walls, it goes into me. So the more I play the positive music, the stronger the positivity becomes in my life. So that's what you're looking for. You're looking to continually play the positive vibration. It can't be Pollyanna here and it's, but we have to look at things are going to get better. If we're always thinking negative, it's never going to get better. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Then it's got to, oh my God. Then it doesn't really get better. It just gets a little worse every single day. And then you're wondering why things are getting worse. You. Oh no, it's not me. Oh no, it's not me. No, it's the stuff in my life. Yeah, the stuff in your life that you collected. It's not you, it's just the stuff, but you collected it. And that's why we have to say, no, not doing that. Today, they wanted to film the fairy trail here in Castaneda. I don't really call it the fairy trail. I call it the scary trail right now. That's what it is. They don't clean it. So why would I want to be part of that? Into the scary trail? No. I told them no. Because you have to look at some situations and go, is that really mine? It could be somebody else's little journey today, which it was. Somebody else was down there in the fairy trail doing a show, which was just fine. It's just not going to be my show. And that's what we have to realize in our lives. Maybe the thing that you have in your life is not supposed to be your show. Maybe not your vibration, maybe not your show. Not because you have to do it, you have to decide, do I really want that? Do I really need that in my life? Sometimes we have to say, no, somebody else can take it. I'll sit back. I'll let that happen. Because you get a feeling, and that's why you're training yourself to listen to Spirit talking to you. Because once you start that conversation, you might not hear their voice every single day, but you will get that feeling going, no, not good for me. No, don't feel it. Listen to the music, the spheres. When I travel to the other side and I go out of body and I have these out of body experiences, the question is what's the first thing I hear when I get to the other side? I hear music. I hear songs. I hear people talking. I hear music. I hear songs I have music and instruments I've never heard before playing on the other side. And I've attuned myself to hear that. When the CERN takes me to this space on the other side, you can touch the planets. Every time you touch one of the planets, it makes a sound like a string on a harp. And as you touch each planet from where you're sitting, it makes music. So there are things on the other side of the spirit world that radiate in a higher vibration, a higher connection of consciousness. That's why people on this airplane download music from the spirit world and they write it, put it together here on the airplane, and all of a sudden they've got a hit song because no one's ever heard that before. They haven't experienced that before because it is new to them, because it has resided in the spirit world for many years. It's just new to us because so many people have never heard that tune. So we're just tuning ourselves like tuning a guitar, tuning an instrument. We're tuning ourselves to make this awesome sound. And as long as we don't have broken strings or things are too crazy in our vibration, we'll be able to make that sound. We'll be able to make that beautiful sound that will attract other people that are making beautiful sounds into our vibration, either through this earth plane or actually from the spirit world. And that's really what we're all really looking for in this lifetime. We're looking to be appreciated. We're looking to be loved. We're looking to be comfortable. We're looking to be safe. We're all looking for. We're not looking for millions and millions of dollars. Well, most of us would take it. We'd take it, but we're not really out looking for it. We're just looking to be comfortable and safe and loved and supported and appreciated. And that's what you have to look at, those specific guidelines in your vibration. What are your rules? What rules do you have in your life? Don't second guess the rules and say, well, maybe that was too strong of a rule. That's the rule you put in your vibration, and stick to it. Stick to the rules. Stick to the course. That's what you put in your vibration. I've noticed when I do readings with people over the years, when people get in trouble, it's not because they didn't have rules. It's like they abandoned the rules and jumped in a station wagon with a strange person. And they went riding off into the sunset. Then eventually they find out that that little station wagon wasn't good. Now they have to try to get their rules back and try to reinvent themselves. You never really want to reinvent yourself. You just want to improve yourself. That's what you're really looking to do. You're looking to connect to that higher sense of consciousness, that higher sense of vibration. So the music from the guides, the song from spirit, there are different music for everyone. This doesn't mean like I could like Grateful Dead. I like that music. I like that every once in a while. You might like disco. Maybe one of the disco people. I don't know. Maybe your country, a little bit of country. I don't know. But the music that radiates to you, that is where you should start. Maybe you're into meditation music. Maybe you're into instrumental. Maybe you're into something else. Start with what fits the vibration for you first, and allow it to propel itself at a higher vibration. But start where you are first. That's when I teach mediumship. I don't take you all the way to the finish line and go, let's start over here. I take you at the beginning and take you down the course to the finish line. I never start you at the finish line. I start you at the beginning of the vibration, so that you can make the race on your own. Not me carrying you all the way through the course, eventually to the finish line, go, okay, I got you here. Then you start to read like me. You start to think like me. You don't want to think like me. I giggle that people said, if people knew what was going on in my head all the time, oh my God. Spirit's talking. Like right now, I've got a lady over here who's talking to me from the spirit world, yelling at me, wanting to know what I'm saying. And you got little kids in here playing. You got other people over here singing. You have somebody over here playing the guitar. He's trying to tune the guitar. You got all this stuff going on around me, and I'm trying to talk to you guys, but all this stuff is going on over here. And I'm trying to pay attention to them too, because they want to talk to me. So the question is trying to figure out, quiet those outside forces, but mostly quiet that inner voice to bring it more in line to where you're focusing your intent. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for focusing that intent in your life. When I was with Christopher Timms, Christopher does a lot of tuning fork, sound energy, sound vibration, sound connection, the energy of sound, the energy of vibration, the energy of sound. No matter what kind of sound you make, you get a didgeridoo, you could have a violin, you could have a piano, you could have any music. It doesn't have to be a tuning fork. You could sing. You could raise your voice. You could be your own instrument. You won't need an outside instrument. You could be your own. What works for you? When you're trying to listen to spirit, when you're trying to connect to your higher sense of consciousness, what works for you? What connects to you? And that's most of this talk that I wanted to give today, was what really works for you. Not what oh my God, Lou, it doesn't. Don't go there. I want you, when I teach you medium, teach you stuff, it's not like I want you to say, oh no. I want you to be not on your own on the path. You need teachers, people to try to help you. But I want you to make the decision for yourself. Not because someone told you. That is your decision, dear. I'm going to do this is for you. No, my father used to tell me that. The road to spirit is this way, where two or more are gathered, there I am. Your higher self and you, two or more gathered, there you are. Not God, not two or more, you and your higher self. Your higher self is always connected to the spirit world. So two or more gathered, you, physical. Once the physical dies, you go back to the spirit world, it's your higher self. You're already connected to the spirit world. You're already connected to God. So God's already here, but you're listening to that higher self. So you're trying to get both these vibrations, physical, spiritual, on the same wavelength. That's why you're listening to the music that your vibration plays, not mine. I might have a little bit of rock, country, and a little bit of jazz going on. You might not like jazz, but I might have that. So you don't. So it's what kind of music that you have playing on that you are playing into your vibration. Follow that course. Then if you want to add some more later, some other stuff later, then add that. But don't have somebody tell you that, oh my God, you need to play that music. Why? Because you like it? Don't play music because somebody else likes the music. Play music because it radiates to you. Because every time you get in some music, some vibration in front of you, it affects your chakras. The energy affects you. It affects your chakras. And you put yourself, go somewhere and go into a little meditative state and have somebody hit a hammer or do something, real loud noise. It shakes your whole vibration. It shakes your whole energy field. When that loud cracking noise happens, near you, it affects you. Same thing with different sounds, different vibrations. It's going to affect you on a physical vibration. Physical. So don't say, oh, this, especially if someone's just talking all the time, they talk all the time. That noise, that vibration, that noise, as I said, we have to be quiet every once in a while. You have to get yourself quiet, peaceful, quiet. Every once in a while. Doesn't mean you have to be quiet all the time. But every once in a while, quiet yourself. Put some headphones on, listen to some music, some nice music, and just quiet yourself. Your life's very busy, very connected. Then you have to take time. You have to force yourself to take time. Just sit, get quiet, feel the vibration of spirit. So when you're talking to spirit, allow them to speak back. If they aren't speaking back, doesn't mean they aren't trying to connect to you. Then you're looking for things arriving in your life. Then try to put those in motion, and they should work like clockwork for you. And then allow yourself to be you, the creation that God made. Because I told in a lecture one time, I said, if God had a refrigerator on the other side, your picture would be on it. So if so my picture is over there. It's right right in the middle of the refrigerator. So he already knows who I am. He created me. God knows who you are. God knows who everybody. He knows who everybody is. He's got that connection to you. And how you perceive spirit, how you perceive God, how you perceive infinite intelligence. It's how you perceive the energy. So know that the energy is in everything. Everything that resides around you is the energy of God. God is always present, always there. So know the music is always playing in your auric field. So I really wanted to do that today. I wanted to tell you about that today and connect to that today. And I think next week we're going to be doing something else next week. And then Lucerne's going to be speaking towards the end of the month. Last week of the month, we'll be doing Lucerne. I'm going to let him come through and talk in trance. And he'll be speaking on something. He never tells me right away what he should be speaking on. He's just going to speak. But Lucerne will be speaking. So I just wanted you guys to know that you are special. You are special. You are connected to the infinite intelligence. No matter what's going on in your life, you're still a prize in God's eyes. You're still a prize in God's eyes. God loves you. God really and truly loves you. And you have to believe that. Now, I love it when people say, Lewis, Spirit's mad at me. You need to let me talk to them because they're mad at me. Spirit is not mad at you. They're not mad at you. Sure, the things might have happened in your life that didn't work out as well, but they're not mad at you. Because everything that happened was supposed to happen to get you to where you need to be, because it made you who you are. If they're mad at you, then what they did in this lifetime didn't have any value. Because they were supposed to get you to where you need to be. Whether it was miserable, bad, crazy, good, I don't care. It was still a course of motion for you to get you where you need to be. I probably would not be a medium right now. I'd be having a funeral. I'd be having a funeral home somewhere. I'd be running a funeral home. I'd be a funeral director. Or I'd be an evangelist. I'd be working in the Christian religion as an evangelist. So, but here I am. So it's my life has taken me to that vibration. So unconditional love from Spirit, and unconditional love from our loved ones. So remember that. When you're thinking about your loved ones, don't think about that, oh my God, they must hate me. No, they don't. We have a house now that's faces, oh my God, they're probably rolling around in their grave at who's in that house. They don't care who's living there. They lived there while they were here, and it did what it needed to do for them, and now they're on the spirit side of their own house. They don't care about this house. They don't care about the energy there. They're moved on. The energy you feel in the house, the energy you feel in the vibration is the energy they left behind, not the new energy they're bringing to it, because they've moved on. They have moved to where they need to be. So know that people have moved on. They are not, no. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in. This will be on YouTube. I'll have it on YouTube. We're a little minutes early today, so I started a few minutes early. So we're going to remember next week, 3 o'clock. I have classes this weekend on mediumship. I'm trying to get it so the classes and things can be on Zoom and have it so you can take classes from a distance. We're still working on that. I'm still trying to get one of the people here to do that because I can't answer questions while I'm trying to teach too. It kind of works kind of crazy. So, but if I can get somebody to do that, pretty soon my classes and stuff will be on Zoom. So you'll be able to tune in and watch the classes from somewhere else in the world. All right. I want to thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you.
you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, people. Thank you.